up, fam? Derek in the house, aka D33 Wreck It Fit. Alright guys, so in this video, this is the last video of the 30-day fitness challenge. The 30-day fitness challenge is already over. It's February 1st right now. I recorded this video not too long ago, but I always like to put in an intro kind of explaining everything. So this video is about the advanced workout. And as you guys know, like I've said in the previous videos, even though this is advanced, considered advanced, this is not really advanced, okay? Not to break your guys' hearts or anything, but these are the higher level exercises compared to the intermediate exercises. It's a harder level exercises compared to the beginner exercises that I have shared and have shown you guys previously in the other videos. The main thing that I want to say that these are main basic movements that I highly recommend that everyone should be doing and adding into their program. Okay, so they're considered compound movements. They're main lifts, they're functional, they cater to day-to-day life, and the reason why they're the hardest version, or considered the hardest version, is because they're barbells. Barbells are a lot harder than anything because you can put the most weight on them. They require your whole body, even though they still target specific areas more, specific muscles more. It's a full body workout, right? So you'll see that in the video, and I explain that more into details. But the main takeaway that I want to say is that they're compound movements. You can lift the heaviest weight with them. They take up a lot of your energy, but they build the most muscle. They're catered to more functional day-to-day life. So most people, average gym goers, I hate to use the word average, but those who are not like competing in like bodybuilding, powerlifting, yada yada yada, whatever, CrossFit, if you're just there to just build muscle, burn body fat, get stronger, if you're just the average gym goer who's looking to get in shape, pretty much, you want to just stick to the basics. There's no point in doing like single arm movements, you know, unless you have like a muscle imbalance, an injury, things of that sort. Unless you're in bodybuilding, there's really no point for the average gym goer to be doing any isolations. Focus on compound movements, focus on, you know, getting stronger, and just maximize what you're able to do with the compound movements. So again, this is considered advanced because I would not start here unless you are for sure that you can execute the movement really, really well. My lips are kind of dry, I'm pointing that out. But anyways, yeah, wouldn't start there unless you are 100%, like, you know for a fact you can execute the movements really well. If you are gonna like test things out, always go light, you know. Don't drop your ego, drop your pride. Execution comes first, okay? If you have a hard time executing the movement, find the easier level exercise that you feel 100% comfortable doing with good form, okay? Execution, form, over weight, over anything else. If you have crappy execution, there's no point in you loading up the bar, loading up weights. Just focus on execution first and foremost, okay? Again, like I said, these are all progression. So if you look at the beginner exercise, I have a squat and you use a machine. If you look at the intermediate exercise, there's a squat as well, but now you're holding a dumbbell at your chest. And now in the advanced, you're going to notice that I have a barbell squat in the back and front. It's a progression. They're the same movement pattern in a sense. They're the same movements, just labeled as a different exercise, just a harder version exercise, okay? That's the main takeaways that I want to put out there before I show you guys the video. Other than that, you know, there will be a free doc comment down below. I hope you guys like the video, and give me some feedback. This is free. Hope you guys share it. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys comment down below, and I hope you guys follow through this workout. Stick to it for a whole month. 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, whatever you want to do. I say 3 sets of 10, 11, 12. I'm ranting on. So just watch the video, check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get this video started. As you guys see, I started off the exercise with a barbell back squat. So this one, the setup is, of course you want to be in front of the bar, right? You tuck yourself underneath the bar. You want to create a shelf with your shoulder blades and your upper back, right? You create that shelf. Okay, that's going to be where you place the bar on your back. Okay, sometimes people end up placing it on their necks. That's going to hurt yourself. You're going to hurt yourself. So here's the setup. As you see, I'm going underneath the bar. I create that shelf. I place the bar. I stick my chest up. I find that comfortable spot on my back where it has a good shelf placement. My elbows are really, really tucked into my sides. Right? And then I put my chest up. I slightly bend my knees, drop down to a squat. Okay, so that's the main setup there. But I also want to point out your feet should be at least shoulder width apart or slightly wider than that. And what you want to do is dig down on all your toes. All your toes, dig down on your heels. Really pretend you want to break that floor apart. That is going to create a stable base for you. Okay? Once you have that positioning, take a deep breath, inhale, hold your stomach tight as you come down. So let's watch this clip right here. So squeeze my back, feet placed, unrack. Hurry up, Derek. Hurry up and unrack. There you go. Unrack. Stick my chest up. I step out. I step out to get my feet placement correct. Stick my chest up. Take a deep breath. Inhale. As I'm inhaling and I hold that in, I drop down to the squat, low position, hip parallel, come back up. Hip parallel, come back up. So you want to hit parallel or slightly go below it, and then come back up. Again, that's the basics there of this movement, pretty much. Okay. Knees aligned with second and third toe. So keep that in mind too. And now I'm going to show you guys the front squat, okay? The front squat is if you're new at it, it's very uncomfortable. But if you had back issues like I've had recently, keep in mind guys, I'm 125 pounds now, and my strength went down and I overdid it with squats and rows and all that. So it got to me. But anyways, with the front squats, no excuses. Anyways, with the front squats, you're placing the bar on your collarbone. So just so you guys know, it's going to be very, very uncomfortable. So even though I have my 2 fingers tucked under the bar, if I let go of my 2 fingers off that bar, it should be able to sit up on my collarbone. Okay, I'm going to show the hand placement again. Okay, and the next thing you want to know is your elbows and your triceps should be parallel with the floor. Okay, see, I'm tucking it in under my collarbone. I got the placement right. My elbows are up parallel to the floor. My triceps are parallel to the floor. Keep your chest up high. Your feet should be shoulder width apart and planted. As you can see, my back is nice and stable. The front squat, the reason why I posted this video second, it is harder to do than the back squats, but it is safer for your lower back, and it works your core a lot more. Next is the flat barbell bench press. I want to tell you guys the setup. So as you guys seen, I did a little shrug motion where I shrug my shoulder blades up and tuck it all the way down on my back. And then my back here, as I lay down, I'm digging my back as if my back is a shovel, and I'm shoving my back on that bench. What that's going to do is create a strong stable for yourself, and that's going to protect your shoulders. Another big thing to protect your shoulders is you want to tuck your elbows slightly in like an arrow shape form. So your elbows are not going out in a T, you're going down in an arrow. The bar, you want to hit your rib cage. So that's just going to be on like the lower part of your chest to your rib cage. Okay. Another thing with the setup is my feet is tucked in behind me, or tucked in, and it's planted on the floor. With my feet, what I'm pretending, or what I'm doing is, it seems like in my mind I'm breaking the floor, right? So I'm keeping myself very stable there, but I'm also squeezing my glutes. So every time that bar gets down to my chest, I really emphasize my feet to push that floor, squeeze my glutes, and that's gonna help me come up, and that's called leg drive. Another important thing now is, once you hit your chest or the upper rib cage, you don't actually have to hit your upper rib cage, but it's a lot safer to just bring it it's a full range of motion to hit the chest and bring it down all the way that low. Hopefully that made sense. But as you notice, once I hit the chest, I kind of go up in a J motion. Okay, so a J motion, meaning it's going back. I'm not bringing the barbell straight up. I'm bringing it in a backwards J motion, slightly behind me in a sense. Lock my elbows at the top for that full range of motion. Last tip with the bench is to keep your wrists as straight as possible. Next exercise is the deadlift. So with the deadlift, as you guys saw, I did a vertical jump. And the reason for that is, you want to do a vertical jump and let your feet land naturally. For the most part, when you do that vertical jump and you let your feet land naturally, that is your stance. Okay, and then you want to look down and put half of your feet in front of the bar, half of your feet behind the bar. Once you have that, you're cutting your feet in half. Literally grab the sides outside of your legs, grab the bar with just the hand width outside of your legs, pretty much. And what I like to do is called a death grip, where my thumbs are tucked in under my hands. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first to do that, but it's probably the best one in terms of being able to lift the most weights. Most people like to do a reverse grip, where one hand is an overhand grip, where one hand is over, one hand is under, and you can lift a lot of weights with that, but it is going to cause uncomfort. So this exercise again is the conventional deadlift. So once you get your hand placement correct, and your feet correct, you want to bring your shins to the bar. As you see, my shins are touching the bar there, and then come up, squeeze your glutes at the top, squeeze your upper back at the top, right? And then as you lower the weight, you want to stick your butt out and keep going straight down until you pass your knees. Once you pass your knees, then you can really just lower the weight. People try to lower the weight without passing their knees, and that's how they hit themselves or get shin marks on their shins. The next exercise here, if you want to do this version, it's a lot more safer on the low back, but it can also hurt your low back if you do this wrong. Any exercise can do that, but this is called the Romanian deadlifts. This is good for rehab. This is good for most people. This is the number one exercise that I would make most of my clients do instead of the deadlift, because it's a lot better on your spine. It keeps the spine at a neutral position. It's called, again, Romanian deadlift. So the big difference is your knees don't really move during these exercises. It stays pretty straight, and it's all in the hip. So you stick your butt out, keep your chest up high. That's going to keep your back straight, and you just go a little bit below the knees. And that's it. And then squeeze your butt at the top. Again, get your back activated. Squeeze your upper back. Really good exercise for those glutes, the hamstrings, and the low back. And again, this is the number one exercise that I would recommend of all the deadlifts, even though I like conventional. Next one is pull-ups. So as you notice, my hands are slightly more than shoulder width apart, just outside of shoulder width. And then as I come up, I'm not just going up straight up and down. I lift my chest up to the bar. So if you notice, I'm going up in an angle, almost as if I am upside down. Okay, my elbows are slightly tucked in, to my sides as I come all the way up. And then I slowly release, coming back in that straight motion. Okay, slow and controlled, no swinging, no jerking. And I'm going full range of motion all the way up and down. Now I changed my hand position if you guys want to give it a try. Usually for anyone that can carry themselves up, this one is usually easier, but it can be harder because the range of motion increases. So really play around with it, feel what's best for you. Most people find this pull up to be a lot safer on their shoulders because it's a neutral position. Neutral is usually always safer. Neutral is when your palms face each other on any movement. This is the last exercise, guys. Again, there are so much more compound movements that you can do that I've missed, like lunges, things like that. But I just wanted to really cover the basic ones of what I think everyone should be doing. And I argue that I should have had lunges in here. But other than that, that is pretty much it. Okay, so this is the overhead press. We do overhead press pretty much a lot in our life, and many people are tight in their shoulders. If you do this movement correctly, it's a great shoulder to do if you do it correctly. So think of it as a strict press. So as you guys notice, my elbows are tucked in, main thing there. I have my hands again slightly over shoulder width apart. Having your hands wider and not closer takes away the triceps from using from being able to be a part of the movement, and it mainly really targets what it's supposed to, which is the shoulders. So when you choose your hand positioning here, go a little bit wider. Okay, and as you notice, I lean back as I try to bring the barbell up and down, but once I am at that fully ending length position, I bring my head back straight into to a straight position. Your head does slightly move back and forth to lockout. Okay, and just to pass, go under a straight path, you do have to move your head back. Okay, so as you notice, the lockup position is right there at the top where it's tucked in. Okay, I lied. That wasn't the last exercise, but this is the last exercise, is the barbell row. Good for the mid-back, good for the lats. So as you notice, I'm in that Romanian deadlift position where I'm leaning forward, my butt is out, my chest is up, and the way I like to place my hand grip is the same as if I were to do a bench press. I keep it the same, just slightly over shoulder width apart. It's my body is in an arrow shape, my elbows are tucked in. Okay, and again, with any back movement, you want to start off with shrugging your shoulder blades back and then leading with the elbow. Alright, so that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and, take advantage of everything that I have shown in this video. Please just keep rewatching it, get your form down. These are your main movements, your compound movements. Again, I would argue to add in lunges in there. But other than that, these are your main compound movements that I would focus on getting better at, because they really do just cater to day-to-day life in a sense. But they're the main muscle group movements, right? They target everything. So if you're the average gym goer, there's a lot of fancy exercises out there, but you don't need all those fancy exercises. Just stick to the basics and you will see success. You will see you can get a great physique. These are the best exercises to get stronger. Again, I'm not saying to not do your bicep curls or your tricep push downs or work on those muscles. I'm not saying that you can't do any extra like glute work or anything like that. And you definitely want to do some core work, right? Some actual core work like planks or whatever. But these are the main exercise that I would keep working on and growing better at, to execute, getting better at executing them. Okay, so other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please show me some love, like, comment, subscribe, and share it with anybody. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.